Welcome back to York, ladies and gentlemen, and we are of course kicking things off a little different here today. We are of course doing the Season 2 review. Now, we do this end of the season, but with last episode being quite lengthy, we are doing this at the start of Season 3, and then we will of course crack on with our first game of the season here today. So, first of all, let's go into the new arrivals. As you can see, we did make our playoff promotion, and, well, our new arrivals, the best one was Lewis Shipley. Now, Lewis Shipley had a fantastic season, followed by Jaden Williams, and it's classing Joe Allen, but we haven't really managed to use Joe Allen a whole lot yet. One appearance for him, but somehow managed to squeeze himself into third. We then have Will and Ann. We have Campbell and Mason. I don't think we had any bad players coming in. He's then followed up by Sykes. Isaac Fletcher is quite a way down. Oluwayemi, Pedder, Carlin, Mellis, Tomlinson, Norwood, Byrne, McLean. Yeah, we had some solid new additions this season. As you can see, a few of the new ones as well are in there. So, 7 goals for Jaden Williams stands out. 31 goals from Campbell. That is a fantastic season. Admittedly, 60 appearances. We did work his backside off. But 5 assists and 31 goals. You can't really complain with that. So, in terms of season reminders, well, how it unfolded. We was expected to fight bravely against relegation because, of course, we was a newly promoted side. But instead, we got all the way up to 5th, and I would put that down to our back 2 centre-backs. They were amazing. They was brought in on loan, and as I've said previously, I don't expect us to be able to get them back. But hopefully we can. Sykes and Shipley, amazing players. But again, I don't expect us to be able to get them next year. So, yeah, they did manage to get us promoted, especially with Campbell then up front banging in the goals. Now, we finished 5th and we had 4,500 attendance. That's only half of our capacity. So, hopefully, now we're in the Sky Bet League 2, we can start boosting our attendances just that little bit more. The competition top goal scorer, of course, was Campbell with those 24 goals. And the board rated us an A+, which I'm not surprised. We got them another promotion in a season that was expected to fight relegation, and we brought the FA trophy back yet again. Now, I'm going to slowly scroll down our competition results just in case you are interested in reading through those separately. But of course, we have covered those in prior episodes. I also would like to apologise for the sirens outside. Can't really do a whole lot about that, unfortunately. As you can see, Notts County, of course, being the champions this year. Now, the moments to remember. The biggest win came against Yeovil, one of the teams we ended up meeting in the playoffs, I believe the very first round of the playoffs. We smashed them at home, though, 5-0, and that was nice and early in the season, I think. No, it was 26 for the 4th. Okay. Campbell got himself quite a few goals in that one. In fact, he got himself 4 goals, and Fletcher got himself a goal. They did have a player sent off, admittedly, and we did only have 1 goal prior to that. So that was probably the big turning point in that match. Now, a match to remember was the Bromley game, a 2-1 victory, narrowly winning that one after going 1-0 down thanks to an Alexander penalty. And then the goal of the season was Wright's goal, so the second one in the game against Weymouth. A lovely goal from Minsterman defensive midfielder Wright as he scores a fierce effort from 26 metres out. But let's have a little look at it. Okay, so here's a reminder of that goal from Wright. Dyson here on the right-hand side whips it back across. Wright finds plenty of space in the middle and he just smashes it into that upper right corner. Beautiful effort there from Wright. Next up is the finances. And, well, in terms of the finances, our club reputation is 1.5 star and it's remained so. Annual revenue, well, it's actually down in sponsorship, which is surprising. 45,890 compared to 53k last year. And broadcast revenue has also dropped 24.86 compared to 51.36. Hopefully, going another division higher, it doesn't have the same effect. Hopefully, it actually goes up. Now we're going to be a league team. Corporate and hospitality has gone up though on the positive end. We have 196 grand compared to 111, 177 in competition prize money compared to 134, and match day commercial and retail is up to 554k, just over $500,000 compared to the 382 prior to that. In terms of merchandise, well, total merchandise sales comes up to 107,000. Non-domestic sales of 10,740. Shares sold, well, 1,720 shares have been sold, and the top players were Pedder, Campbell, Williams, Heaney, and Ollie, and I'm not surprised considering one of those is our newly appointed captain, our goalkeeper who had a fantastic season, and 3 other amazing starters up front. So, how you lined up? Well, in terms of our lineup, I think, yeah, pretty darn solid. Can't really complain with that one. We had 14 assists, by the way, from Carlin. Amazing from him at right back. We had 12 assists from Dyson. In terms of goals, Dyson, Pedder, Heaney and Campbell were all pitching in. Heck, even Wright and Fletcher got themselves a couple of goals. So our team was nice and solid up front and pretty decent at the back as well, especially with Shipley and Sykes. Hopefully our new centre-backs can do just as good as those 2 loanies. In terms of the awards, well, first of all, Manager of the Year, myself, got Manager of the Season for the Vanarama National League. The National League North Manager of the Season. Oh, it goes for our old ones as well. So I've got the North Manager of the Season for the North, got the Vanarama National Manager of the Month for January, and the Vanarama National League Manager of the Year for this prior year, which is no surprise. Like I said, we were supposed to be battling relegation, and I've taken us up yet another division. In terms of the players, though, they are the important ones. The club awards, the fan player of the season, your player of the season is the same as my player of the season, quite frankly. That is 19-year-old Lewis Shipley, who is here on loan. He also gets the young player of the season. Signing of the season goes to Jaden Williams, only 18 years of age, by the way. He's a fantastic addition to this squad. Goal of the season, of course, goes to Wright for that effort, which was against Weymouth. And then the top goal scorer is Campbell with 31 assists, Carlin with 14, most player of the match awards 14 for Shipley, 7.7 average rating for Shipley, by the way, and Mellis with the most passes completed per 90, 83. Record break as well, Campbell got the most overall goals by a player in a season, getting 31. The most assists by a player in a season was Carlin with 14. Ollie narrowly taking the clean sheet record with 32, Shipley with 14 player of the matches, and the oldest goal scorer was Clayton Donaldson, unfortunately forced into retirement at the young age of 39, but he scored when he was 39 years of age and 21 days. In terms of competition awards, well, we didn't pick any up, so don't need to look at that. And this is how the season rounded up. History in the making. We beat Halifax 5-1. Admittedly, Mason's got no goal in that one. Got ourselves an FA trophy and, well, York dared to dream, and thanks to a great run way back at the start of the season, their promotion dreams came true. So, that's the roundup of our second season. It is, of course, time for our third. Thank you, ladies and gents, for coming to this press conference here in York ahead of our third season at the club. And, well, the first 2 have gone pretty darn good, if I do not say so myself. Back-to-back promotions. We won the league in that first season. The second season, of course, coming up narrowly through the playoffs against Chesterfield. And, well, we've picked up the FA trophy for the last 2 seasons. Back-to-back cup holders, these players have done us proud. And, well, we've got plenty of talent coming in for this upcoming season. Now, I am still aspiring, of course, to keep on getting promoted. But this year, I do expect, after back-to-back promotions, we are probably going to be in a relegation battle, if not mid-table. So, without further ado, let's crack on with this season. Okay, so before I throw us into the opening game of the season, or perhaps even introduce a brand new loan signing with our remaining wage budget, it is time for us to have a little look at our season expectations for the upcoming season here in League 2. So, in our first season, of course, we are expected to fight bravely against relegation. Personally, that was my goal, but that was what was expected of us last season as well, and we saw what happened there. I think it's going to be a lot harder here in League 2, though. The teams are of a much better quality. Of course, there's teams coming down from League 1 as well. So, at best, maybe mid-table, but I think we're definitely in a relegation scrap, especially considering we're on the back of back-to-back promotions. In terms of the club's culture, though, we're expected to play attacking football, possession football, high-tempo pressing football, and sign players under the age of 23. Now, the last one, it's only favoured, so it's not too bad, but they really do want us to play high-tempo football. That's desired, and the other two are preferable. In terms of the 5-year plan, well, ongoing, expected to work within the wage budget. We always do that. Nice. And, well, end of this season, like I said, fight bravely against relegation. My contract is up, by the way, so hopefully the club offers me a brand new contract and grow the club's reputation. Next season, well, we'll find out if I get a contract first, but the team want to become an established Sky League 2 team. Well, if I'm here, I think that'll definitely be the case, but without further ado, let's crack on with this season. Okay, so our first new addition to the squad, besides, of course, the new additions I made at the end of last season, is Greg Ollie, and he is a central attacking midfield player who is going to be the backup to Pedder. Now, as you can see, he's 2.5 star potential. He's not as bad as that looks. If we quickly look at his history last season, he was playing for Gateshead. In fact, he played against us last season. And, well, he got 2 goals in 35 appearances, 5 assists, 5 player of the matches, and a 7 average rating. Solid player, but he's let down by the fact that we brought in a few good players who have actually knocked down the average ratings of everyone else. Joining Greg is Mark Connolly. I'm not quite sure if I went over Mark Connolly, but this was the transfer which was pending. 3-star potential. I'm not going to dilly-dally too much on this one. Very brave character. He's very aggressive. He can mark, he can head, he can do everything in defence. He is 31 years of age, which is a little bit of a shame, but as you can see, he's been a solid player throughout his career. Next up is Osu, our brand new left-hand-sided defender. Now, I wasn't planning on replacing Mason, but when a youngster this good comes up on a free transfer, well, you got to snap him up. 3.5 star, 4-star potential. I think compared to Mason, Mason is now 2.5 star, just to give you some sort of comparison. He's solid. The only thing he lacks is a bit of crossing, but as you can see, he's got 16 pace, 16 agility, 15 acceleration, and 12 stamina. He is going to bomb it down that left-hand wing. And, well, he's going to get a few crosses in. Admittedly, they're not going to be placed as well as they probably should, but he's going to be a great addition. Now, as you can see, he is a youngster from AFC Wimbledon, and thus has the Sports Interactive buff. Next up is former Arsenal's Carl Jenkinson, and, well, we picked him up from Stockport for quite a cheap little deal. I brought him in fact, to be competition for Carlin, but he's narrowly better. The pair of them are both 2.5 star rated. I think in terms of attribute points, he's about 11 better than Carlin. So he's going to be our starter, but of course, if he's struggling, Carlin's good enough to replace him. In terms of his history, well, like I said, he came from Arsenal. We paid 30 grand for him, but he's also played for Nottingham, Birmingham, West Ham. And yeah, he's had a solid little career thus far. The final new addition to our team thus far is Morgan. Yes, David Morgan. He is a central midfielder for those of you who don't know, and, well, he's going to replace Wright in that ball-winning midfielder role. As you can see, he's solid all round, but his work rate is his key attribute, with 16 in that category. He's 3-star potential, 1.7k a week, and he's a squad player, so if he's struggling, it's not going to be too bad to drop him from the team. As you can see, he was previously at Accrington last year, and the past 2 seasons, in fact, he's been playing in League 1, playing 28 games in each, 16 the season prior, after making the jump up from the Vanarama North. And, well, he didn't play too great, a 6.7 and a 6.66, but you know what? Making that step down to League 2, I think is going to be solid in this division, and it's probably going to be where he falls for the rest of his career. Okay, ladies and gents, it is time to pick our captain and vice captain. Now, I do have one potential new addition coming in after this point, which is a bit of a shame because I'm not quite sure what his leadership and teamwork are, but it would have been nice to at least consider him for the captaincy or the vice captaincy because we are definitely changing captain. I don't know if it's going to upset our current one, but our new replacement is going to be going into his position. He's not going to be a starter anymore. I'm sorry, Heaney. You played great for us. His contract's running out, though. Heaney has 1 year left on his contract, and he's asking for a really annoying element. He wants to be a cam. He wants to be a cam as a playmaker for next year and going forward, and I just can't guarantee him that. I want to play him on that left-hand wing, not as a cam. So I've looked at new winger additions. We've got a potential new winger coming in, and well, we have better candidates for the captaincy. Anyway, first of all, if I just click on this leadership category, you'll see Matt Connolly is better. He's got 1 more on his leadership, 2 more on his teamwork. So in fact, I'm going to make Matt Connolly our new captain. In terms of vice captain, well, we are probably... there's quite a few good ones. As you can see, Jay Spearing is a good one. Unfortunately, though, he's not going to be playing that much, so I don't think he's going to be a great choice in this instance. What I want to do is, I think I'll give it to David Morgan. If we just quickly sort this out. Yeah, David Morgan is probably our next best bet. He's got a 12 and a 14. So, I think we're going to make Connolly the captain, vice captain to David Morgan. And I'm going to see if these two kick up a fuss. Okay, bit of a good news, bad news situation on the captaincy front. First of all, our captain, Heaney, really didn't like it being taken away from him. Little bit upset on that. But our vice captain, Wright, at least took it on the chin. So, we've got better captain going forward in terms of Connolly, but we are going to have a bit of backlash when it comes to Heaney. Right, everyone, we are only 2 days out from our opening fixture against Stockport County, and, well, our replacement for Heaney thankfully made his way here. So, although he's kicking up a fuss, we've got a free transfer who's actually better, can replace him, and quite frankly, he might not even make it to the bench. I might just use McLean on the bench instead. And Heaney, you might have shot yourself in the foot here, my friend, because 3.5 star, 4.5 star potential Lubala will be coming into the starting lineup for us on this left-hand side. Now, I'm going to be using him as an inside forward, 25 years of age, from the Dominican Republic of Congo. Now, those who are wondering, who on earth is he? Well, originally he was a Birmingham youngster, picked up on a free transfer from Crawley in this league, scored 12 goals in his 34 appearances for them. Blackpool then picked him up in League One, played 12 games for them before playing 1 game in the Championship for them as well. Picked up by Oxford for 6.25 grand in League One, played 18 games for them, then went out on loan to Carlisle in this league, scored 2 goals in 16 appearances, got a 6.87, a player of the match and an assist last year. So, a solid little player, he knows his way around these leagues and hopefully can do something for us this year. Finally, everyone, opening day is upon us, and I apologise if there is a bunch of background noise. I've spent the entire day getting frustrated by background noise, so if any occurs during this segment, I apologise. But Heaney has managed to worm his way into the side, at least onto the bench, where he is, of course, joined by Ben Alnwick, Carlin, Wilson, Wright, Dyson, and Norwood. And our starting lineup has quite a few changes, quite a few more than I was actually expecting to make. But in goal is Oluwayemi, a backline of Osu, Shipley, who managed to make his way back, Connolly, and Jenkinson. So a brand new backline, all except the one loanee, who I wasn't actually expecting to be able to retain. In midfield, we then have Morgan and Allen controlling central midfield, Lubala on the left, Williams on the right, Pedder sitting behind Campbell, and without further ado, let's crack on with this game. Okay, so we're jumping into the dressing room to do the team talk. I'm not quite sure if you're going to prefer it that way. I think it's much better to cut out that in-between waiting time. Go out there and impress me. Pump fist, let's motivate the lads, and let's crack on with this match. Okay, let's skip the walkout as well. Another bit that we don't particularly really need to see. And, well, it is a bit drizzly here today in York. Now, my assistant did suggest that we drop from a positive to a cautious mentality. This is a game, though, that we should be able to try and pick up points in. So I really want to try and pick up a victory here today on the opening day. If it doesn't work out, then we'll go a bit more defensive against mid-table teams going forward. But according to the season predictions, they are supposed to be in the bottom end of the table, and thus we should be trying to challenge them at least at home. Jenkinson, though, coming down this right-hand side, what can he do? Pulls it back for Allen. Allen gets it up to Pedder. Pedder, who can he find? He's turned. He's got it to Campbell. Can Campbell score from here? Come on, Campbell. That was such a great opportunity, and we are, of course, going to change it off our formation so we can see the league table. I know we're only a day in, but we would like to see the table, or at least I would like to see the table. I don't know about you, fine ladies and gents, but it's always nice to be able to keep an eye on the table. Swindon has gone above. In fact, Notts County have dropped below us, and Swindon next is currently 1-0 up against Walsall. Jenkinson here on the right-hand side pulls it back for Allen. Allen, of course, our brand new playmaker. What can he do here today? Pulls it back to our captain, Connolly. Shipley over to Allen. He tries to get it off. It's intercepted, though, and they have got the ball back. Now, Ameson tries to come down this right-hand side. He gets it to Southern Hales. It's inside to Quigley. Quigley's going to go back outside to Southern Hales. He's going to whip one across to Rooney. Rooney over to Madden. Madden is going to hold possession and play it all the way back to his centre-back. Okay, Stockport looked like they was going to try and hit us on the counter, but instead they've gone all the way back to the goalkeeper, Ross. He's tried to root one it to Quigley. Instead, he nods it down to Madden, and Madden has broke through our defence. Oh, a slide tackle pokes it to Rooney. It was dangerous. We almost gave away a penalty with that one, and we almost gave away a goal when it went through to Rooney. Thankfully, neither of which occurred. So, another highlight here. Freyers is going to throw it into Madden. What's Madden going to do on this left-hand side? Pulls it back to Whitfield. Whitfield now coming at our defence. He's going to turn, plays it back to Freyers. Freyers now in possession across to Hassani. Hassani plays it through to Madden. Madden from range. Oluwayemi, not the greatest of saves, doesn't hold on to it, but does get out of play. Now, Tranmere are still interested in Oluwayemi, by the way, so he might depart. He does have a release clause, but his release clause is about 300 grand, and he is valued at, I want to say 80 to 200. So there's a good chance Tranmere do not offer the 300 grand, but there's also the chance that they might. I don't know how much money Tranmere has. They are newly promoted into League One. I don't know how much they want to spend on a goalkeeper, if they can even afford it, but that's just something to keep in mind going forward. Jenkinson nods it forward to Williams. He finds Allen. Allen now, ball over the top, finds Williams. What can Williams do here on this right-hand side? Perhaps pull it back? No, he's gone cross. Oh, Lubala! Back post. Great effort from Lubala. Unfortunately, though, Ross makes a beautiful save here on the 28th minute. He's going to try route one it yet again. Thankfully, Connolly will collect it this time. Plays it up to Williams. Williams is going to play it back to Jenkinson through to Pedder. The only downside to this centre-back partnership, by the way, of getting Shipley back in, of course, is Will Adeyemi, I believe it is. Our other young Welsh centre-back doesn't get to play, so he's going to be left out of it for a little bit. Fortunately, we do have plenty of competitions to play him in. We've got the Papa John Trophy, we've got the Carabao Cup, plenty of games, so hopefully those games will still allow him to develop, whilst we also can utilise Shipley for another season, because Shipley, he stood out last season, and hopefully he can do the same this season. Jenkinson, though, plays it back to Allen, finds Williams. Jenkinson's continued his run, by the way. He's going to go back to Connolly, though. Connolly finds Shipley. Now, Shipley, will he switch over to this left-hand side? Looks like he's going to do so. Asu is going to come down this left-hand side. He's found plenty of space as well. Can he utilise it, though? He can pull it back if he wishes. He does have support behind him. Instead, though, he goes back post. Finds Williams. It went a little bit deep. He's pulled it back for Jenkinson. Edge. You're a right back. Jenkinson, you're a right back. Remember that. It wasn't a bad effort, but still. You're a right back. Maybe just play it someone who is a little bit better at shooting. Osu, though, whips it in back post. Williams can't keep his header down. It's another goal kick. We have had more of the opportunities, though, in this one. To be fair, they've had one of their three on target. We've had 3 of 7 though, and we've had more possession. Jenkinson now coming down this right-hand side yet again. What can he do in this situation? He's going to pull it back for Allen. Allen's going to play it back through to Jenkinson though. Jenkinson inside to Pedder now. Pedder's getting closed down and gives it away to Whitfield. Whitfield, oh, is dispossessed by Pedder. He gave the ball away and then he won it back. Nice job from Pedder there. Labala now gets the ball, crossfield ball over to Allen. Allen up to Pedder, Campbell through to Williams. Williams, what's he going to do with this run? Oh, it's forced to save from Ross. And we've got ourselves a corner. By the way, Mason used to take our corner, so who is taking it now? I haven't been paying attention. To take the corner is Labala. Labala's going to whip it in. Williams, it has gone over his head and it's nodded away. Jenkinson will collect it though. Unfortunately though, that was the end of the highlights. We've got Ross trying to build from the back for Stockport. It's now with Whitfield here on the left-hand side. He gets past his man, perhaps. He's being closed down. We should have probably dispossessed him there. Thankfully, it goes floating to Allen and he nods it on to Pedder. Unfortunately, though, Pedder has just gave him the ball back. Pedder. You've done that quite a bit already this half. Little disappointing. Ameson, though, plays it back to Ross. He's going to hoof it up. Allen nods it on to Labala. Instead, his pass is too far behind Pedder, and it's intercepted. Madden on the counter-attack now. Pulls it back. It's ball over the top. Hassani is going to probably be on one-on-one unless Connolly can get back. Oh, Shipley clears it away from Oluwayemi's kick. From his save. Oluwayemi really needs to hold these balls. We're giving away corners simply because he doesn't hold these saves. Thankfully, he does hold that one as he catches it from the corner. So, 40th minute, Labala with the free kick. What will he do with it? Whips it near post. Shipley, that was a great opportunity. Connolly, by the way, on a 7.1, is currently our best performer. Brand new captain, he's showing exactly why. Labala, where's he going to go with this? Back post. Oh, it's nodded away, but Williams will collect this one. The danger hasn't ended quite yet. He's going to play it across to Connolly. Connolly short to Allen. He's going to go back to Jenkinson, though. Jenkinson coming down this right-hand side. He's made a nice little run here, but can he do anything with it? He's being closed down. He's got support behind him, though. Pulls it back for Allen. Allen through to Williams. Williams, good opportunity. Unfortunately, Ross pokes it away. And we've got ourselves yet another corner. Come on, one of these opportunities needs to end up in the net. Morgan on 6.5, by the way, is probably the person I'm looking at substituting at the moment. He's nice and fit. Unfortunately, though, he's just not having a very good game. Same with Pedder on his 6.6. Right now, though, Asu is going to come down this left-hand side. Support behind him yet again. Can make a good cross, though. Whips one in back post. Williams, unfortunately, can't get onto it, and it's nodded away. But Jenkinson will collect it here on the right-hand side. What's he going to do with this one? Carl Jenkinson's whips it in, back post, Labala. It's off the bar. Free kick though. Campbell was indeed offside. Campbell straight offside, ruining that opportunity, and has got himself 6.6 now. Asu plays the ball down this left-hand side. He's found Labala. Labala, can he get a darting run inside? In fact, he's going to pull it back to Morgan. Morgan plays it up to Osu. Osu coming down this left-hand side. Can pull it back for Morgan if he wishes. He's going to whip in the cross though. Back post. Williams yet again. It's straight into the waiting arms of Ross. And if you didn't notice, what's the background noise? But it's half time. It's 0-0. Can't complain too much. Brand new league. We have been the better team. So it's a little disappointing that we don't have the lead considering that. But it's not too shabby a result thus far. So we've been the better team here. Just keep doing what you're doing and we will be fine. That, you know, that's pretty reasonable. Pretty damn reasonable. I can't complain with that too much. You're nervous, Morgan. You know what? You're nervous. It's fine. I can take you off. Right can come on. Right, I'll slot in there. Don't have to worry about you being nervous now. 6.6 for Pedder, 6.6 for Campbell. Campbell's on a yellow card. Pedder, I do need more from you. But right now, we're just going to head into the second half. So, it's back to Shipley. Shipley over to Connolly. Connolly finds Jenkinson. Jenkinson here on this kickoff highlight. Can we actually do something with it though? Mansfield is currently 1-1 by the way, as Hartlepool has just got themselves an equaliser. Williams dispossessed by Whitfield. We have ourselves throwing. Are we going to get to see this though? Jenkins. No. No, we do not. No, we do not. So, we are slowly approaching our usual substitution time. John Rooney is a little bit tired for them, but Aimson has got a free kick, whips it in to the left-hand side. Friars now holds on to possession, pulls it back for Whitfield. Whitfield has a bit of space, plays it into Madden, he pulls it back. Oh, lovely block. It's back out to Friars though. Friars short to Whitfield here on this left-hand side. Stockport still have a good opportunity here. Shipley nods it away though. Right now clears it. And we have averted the danger. Okay, substitution time. Let's get ourselves a second player on. Jenkinson's got a yellow card, Wright's got a yellow card, and so does Campbell. Joe Allen is a little bit tired at the moment, though. We do have players struggling. Pedder is struggling. So, Dyson for Pedder. And then, I really want to take off Allen. He's tired. The problem is, we don't really have a suitable replacement. Campbell is having a rough game. Now, do I do Heaney? I could do Heaney, go back to wingers, take Williams and shove him up front, or Norwood we could give a run out. I think, as much as I really don't want to do it, we are going to go with the Heaney approach. So Williams up front. Heaney, show us why you should be playing. Go out on that wing, show us why you should be playing. Allen, just make sure you don't fall apart, please, because you're absolutely shattered, and I appreciate that, but we also have players struggling, so unfortunately you're not going to be able to get rested up as we head into the latter stages of this game. Now, as you can see, the corners has been narrowed down. It's 4-3 at the moment, and our fouls are pretty even. This is quite a 50-50 game, and it's reflected by this 0-0 result thus far, but can we get ourselves a goal? Ross is going to hoof it up. Allen nods it down for Dyson. Dyson has been dispossessed though. Crackshaw. Crackshaw is running through our midfield. He's going to play it short to Quigley. Quigley now. He's going to play a ball through to Crackshaw. Come on, Oluwayemi. Please make the save. Thank you, Oluwayemi. Thankfully, makes a save. They do have themselves a corner here on the 88th minute though. Now the real question is, how many additional minutes are going to be in this one? Let's say I'm going with 3. Going with 3. That's my guess. So, Southern hails, kicks it in, Connolly nods it away. We do have a lot of yellow cards, by the way. Jenkinson, Connolly, Wright and Heaney. Campbell also picked one up. That's not going to be good going forward. We're going to end up with a few suspensions at this rate. Ross, though, clears it up to Quigley. Now, back to Hassani. Hassani is going to go back to Barclay to Aimson all the way back to Ross. Now, Ross is probably going for Route 1. It's 3 additional minutes in this one. Now, please win the header. Oh, he didn't. Quigley's got the ball instead. Hassani, ball through to Crackshaw. Oluwayemi, 1-on-1. Lovely save. He's saved us yet again. Didn't matter anyway. He was offside. But it's always nice to see Oluwayemi winning those 1-on-1s. So, looks like we're probably going to get a draw in this one as Ross hoofs it up to Crackshaw. Shipley nods it on to Williams. Williams is going to come down this left-hand side. Can he do anything with it? Tries a ball through to Heaney. Heaney does not get onto the end of it. And Ross is just going to play up to Friars. So 2 seconds remain. Ross is hoofing it upfield. And ladies and gents, we do indeed have ourselves a 0-0 draw. And well, you're going to have to wait to find out where we go next, because as you can hear, there's yet again more annoying background noise, and I don't want you to have to suffer through it. So I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.